oh, you guys are here today. Cool. Well, probably a good opportunity to show you more about the inside of the camper and how I kind of use it all to live on the road. Last time we did a full exterior tour and we touched on the inside a little bit. There's a lot more details, so I'm excited to show you. So we'll start with the door. I love how the door looks, first of all. Got to have your patch game strong, of course. And then the utensils. I keep all my utensils here. This fillet knife, super sharp. I honestly use this just to cut into bags and all sorts of stuff because it's really convenient. Scissors. The main thing I use for cooking is this Camp Chef spatula.
And for cookies.
For cooking Brian cookies as well. Yeah, I brought him a fresh baked cookie the other night. And man, if you have an oven or the ability to bake some cookies, it's a good way to get on your camp buddy's good side. Or just earn some points, you know. The boxes are really nice to have here too. I keep kind of some canned foods, just a little camp saw, some random kind of stuff you need around the kitchen there. And then the awning, this is just, you know, oh, that's going the wrong way. But this awning just retracts in with this. A little bit of work it, you get it in there. And then I just leave the handle kind of dangling. If it's a windy night though, got to put this thing in. That can get annoying. And then on the door, we've just got the remote to the solar light as well. This thing's like $35 on Amazon. Motion sensor, little remote as well. It's a must-have for me. I love it. This is like a fold-down stainless steel table that I salvaged from an old Tommy Bahama cooler. And it's just got some keys hanging there. Fire extinguisher. And then the door also has a window, but I just keep this covered most of the time, and that pops out. And so yeah, that's mainly the outside. We got the dog area here, some food and water. And what I'd really love to have in the future is potentially a fold down like stainless steel table here. What would be really, really trick is to have like a slide out stove right here. So maybe we'll do that in the future, but for now I just set up a table and the oven here. Sometimes if it's really windy, I'll open the doors to the cab and it'll give me a good barrier. But yeah, I like to try to keep it simple. The other thing I'll mention is having this on the door is really beneficial for when I close the door, I can use it all inside. So I like that that's open. You do kind of hit some stuff sometimes, but yeah, it gives you access to it on the inside. And speaking of the inside, let's go check it out and show you how we live in there. I do have more permanent stairs, the glow step, like aluminum stairs that hook on right here. It takes like an extra 20 seconds to hook them up, so I don't always do that. This thing's really easy. It's Delxo makes it. I bought it on Amazon. It was like $80, so it was a little bit more pricey than your average step stool there. I've got the dog collar in the way, but it folds up virtually flat. It's really light. And the thing I like about this is that it's 3 feet tall to right here. So it just really gives me like perfect spacing, and my door clears it by just a little bit. So this is the perfect step stool for me, and I think it looks cool. And
those other steps are great, but you have to remove them, right, when you drive?
Yeah, you put little pins here with quick little clips that go on, and it's quick enough, but you know, it's also takes enough time to where if you're staying somewhere one night, it's usually best just to have a ladder.
Yeah, you just pop that out.
Yeah, or especially like, you know, you're at Walmart or you're filling up, you know, groceries and you just want to hop up in there. I've also thought in the future it'd be nice to have somewhere I can just put my foot. If I don't have the ladder, I can always put my foot on the tire and get in, but it's tall. It's very tall up here, so that's one thing. You're always climbing up and down, but it's worth it once you get up in here. So you'll see, we'll kind of start over here. This is the very unique thing about this camper is how big this table is. So it's 2 pieces, folds out, and it's got a support arm there. It's really, really well made. You can see the, you know, I think oak or whatever, stronger wood inserts in there. So I really like this table. It swivels all the way around as well. So if I'm trying to get out of the camper and I'm trying to like get over here, I can swivel it. If I want to just kind of get over here, I can literally like walk all the way around with it. So it's a pretty big table. I've had up to 8 people inside here, which is like people sitting on the fridge and stuff. That's a little packed. 4 or 5 though is actually super comfy. And then what happens, I'll show you real quick because it really is real quick. You just push this table down once these are open. Push this out, take these pads, and that's your bed. Now, this wasn't quite comfy enough for me to live in full time, so I decided I needed 3 inches extra of memory foam. So that's what I store up here during the day, as well as like 3 pillows and blankets. And this space is really nice for just during the day, keeping my bedding and computer, things like that. And then, yeah, when we want to go back to dinette, we just pull it back up. And I really... This is one thing about this rig that this is the biggest benefit, and it's also the biggest compromise, because not having a full mattress means that, you know, you have some imperfections. There are some spots that maybe I can feel like the table dipping a little more. But to me, it's so worth it to have this space to be able to like entertain people if I need. Anyways, enough about the table. The pedal still's unique too. In that how far it goes up and down. But down below we've got all the breakers. We've got your cigarette lighter, 2 USBs, and yeah, the nice thing about these, if I pop anything, you know, the exhaust fan or something, just push back in there. I don't have to replace a fuse or anything. Got the digital display for the solar controller, and this hole that I have yet to fill was I just moved the diesel heater. So to heat the air and water, the water's not quite working right now, but I have a Webasto dual top, and right here is the switches for that. As you can imagine, when the bed's down, it was a big pain to get at them down there. I had to like get on my knees and reach all the way down. So now I just go like that, and it's right there. Also right here I have a fold out table. This was $23 on Amazon. One of the better purchases I've got for 20 bucks. And then I just have also some, can't really see them during the day, but these are just like string lights. And honestly, they're kind of, I thought they were kind of silly at first, but they really make it feel homey at night because they're such a warm, light, dim light that I always have those on before I go to bed. That's like my, intermediary kind of thing. And then the rig originally had just storage all over here, and I wanted to open it up a little bit and put a bigger sink. So I cut it out here, put this sink. This is an IKEA sink. It was like 50 bucks. I use the same nozzle, which comes out if you need, but I honestly never really pull it out of there. I've also got soap, some Dr. Bronner's all natural peppermint soap, and this is also kind of the coffee station. So I boil water in this guy. I've got the AeroPress over there, and then I got my coffee mug, toothbrush, all that kind of stuff, headlamp if I need it. But this is all kind of getting refined. I live full time in this rig now, and it's taken some time a couple years really to reduce everything down and get everything to fit in here, but it's starting to feel pretty comfy. I'll be honest, it doesn't always look this nice or clean, but I can get it this clean in 20 or 30 minutes. So if you're someone who really wants a clean area all the time, it's really a lot easier than a house, I think. Then this big box is all outdoor storage. Moving over here, this is where the sink used to be. And then I also put a different fridge, a CFX 95. Thing I really like about this fridge, I'm running this side as the fridge right now, and this side is the freezer. So, for example, I found a killer deal on steaks. It was like 4 New York strips for 20 bucks versus like 50. And we vacuum sealed them and freezed them in there. And then, I can use them later. So I really like having the freezer option. Tons of space in there too. I probably have enough food and drinks for a month if I pushed it. Then over here, I just built this little deck so that the fridge can vent under here. I still keep some dog food and things. This bag is dedicated to all my chargers for my drill, my drone, my cameras, my computers, every charger, and I guess a pair of scissors. This bag, this is a Low Pro, like 450, big camera bag. So this has my drone, my DSLR, GoPros, like everything in there, which is nice. These are just kind of some mesh things I threw up to hold chips, small, like light things. This is a bin I usually keep in the sink. We've just got like nuts and bowls and some things like that. Still trying to find a place for everything, to be honest with you. But yeah, I really like how everything's turned out so far. Got the Dometic little windows around. These all pop open just a little bit, enough to get some good airflow. And then when you got the max fan on, and for example, if you have it like pulling out, and you got this window open, it'll start sucking there. You open that, well, that window's open now too. Mm-hmm. So it's going to create such a good vacuum effect. Yeah. The other thing, now that we're on the roof, is the hatch. And then when you open this is the biggest vacuum. We're also getting a lot of light in it right now. So if you don't want that, you just clip that, which is awesome. These, you kind of got to make sure this stays in. This is about a 5-year-old hatch, so that pops out sometimes, but it's always easy to get in. And then you just kind of push it up. And this is actually, if I had to get my spare tire off the roof, I'd be going up over here because my ladder can get me like pretty high, but it won't get me all the way up there. So I can go out the hatch and have access to the roof of the truck. And then also the solar panel. When we were out in the snow in Sedona, my fridge was shut off. So I went up here and I just popped my head out the hatch and I brushed the snow off the panel. So that was really nice. So yeah, I love having that hatch there. These windows they have covers. I never put them on because I always want the light coming in. They also zip out. I never really do that either because I've always got pretty good airflow. So I pretty much leave them like this. The Dometic, I like having the fridge open. It's got little pockets. I keep them stuffed full with koozies and, all sorts of little gadgets, little lasers, and all sorts of little fun things that I might want. And then behind the fridge, too, I got some more things. Like, I haven't used them yet, but just like some drawing pads and like some artistic kind of stuff if we want to get creative. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Got some lights too. This little stretch light's good. And then this LED light, that's the brightest light I have in here for sure. When I want to cook inside or make coffee, I use this little one burner. And I actually love that for it. Just kind of set it up like that. Keep all my toiletries here. All my clothes I keep in these bags. So the bag down here is full of clothes, just with, a little separate. All the shirts are in one packing cube and all the pants, and that's helped keep me organized. Everything up here is just kind of dirty stuff and sleeping bags and things. But yeah, this is home right now, and I absolutely love it. It's a weird feeling to be able to clean everything, have everything within arm's reach most of the time, and it just really makes me feel a lot more free, like I have a lot less to do. So thanks for checking it out, and definitely let me know if you have any other questions. One more thing I'll mention, I didn't really open any of these up. They're kind of dirty back there. I keep shoes in here, mainly just shoes and things. I got another grill if I need it, which is a little overkill. Other food items, extra beer, some other food. And down here, I have a cassette toilet.
Oh, yeah, it's cool out.
And actually, I'll show you guys this because it's interesting. So this is a Dometic, and it actually works really well. So you pump this up here, and you do your business, and you press this button, and it flushes, and then you pull it there, and it all kind of goes down to this tank. If you need to, when you need to disconnect it, you pull like back here, and it all comes apart, and it stays all sealed up. It's really, really weird at first, I'll be honest with you, but I've been amazed. It's a lifesaver. I never use it out here when we're out in a spot, where there's a good amount of land and not a lot of people around. But at King of the Hammers, for example, we were there for 4 or 5 days. Porta potties are sometimes a mile away, and there's people everywhere, and there's no trees. You're in a lake bed. So that's one example. Or, you know, maybe Overland Expo, if I was there, I might use it. Bigger events are kind of the biggest time I see myself using it, or if I'm in the city. But or if it's snowing. Did that when it was snowing in Sedona too. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The floor, oh yeah, the floor, no, there's not much to say about the floor actually. The other thing I'll mention is just the construction. This is all fiberglass. There's no steel frame, there's no wood frame. It's all foam fiberglass saturated with resin. And it's super solid, it's very light, and it insulates very well. So yeah, I overall love the camper. But thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my channel, Down to Mob Overland, and we're gonna be traveling in this for the indefinite future. So love to share my adventures with you. Of course, subscribe here for Colorado backcountry adventures. And really the question is, are you down to mob?